I'm gonna just go through a couple things, and then that way we could just talk about that. We can talk about y'all brought up how COVID in and of itself gave y'all different kind of tech skills in regards to running Zooms and panels and breakout rooms, right? Like those virtual are words party. To some people, right? What does that mean?
What's a virtual?
Yeah, I would. I think one of the first things that I would say is like lean into whatever is kind of coming your way, like calling you. Like I think one of the things about my journey as to why I got to where I am is I've always been open to opportunity. Like I mentioned, I went to school for marketing. I thought I was going to get into digital marketing. That didn't happen. I was presented with this tech sales job and I was like, it's paying $45K. I need a job. I was making $9.75. I'm going to do it. And then that one decision turned into a bunch of other decisions that got me to like where I am today. And I think that's true for me, like personally. And I think that can also be said professionally, right? So when we think about the pivot of the rebrand of HuCapital, right? We spend a lot of time, and even with our events, we spend a lot of time listening to what our audience is saying, what our community wants, like feedback, what would you like to see? And even if it wasn't the idea that we had in mind or thought we were going to do, we listened to that, right? Because we are doing this like for the community, and that has now turned into what HuCapital is today. Because like I mentioned, it was just events. So I think one of the sources is, right, like be open to kind of pivoting and like shifting, because what you start with is 9 times out of 10 not going to be what you, what you end with. And there are going to be people along your journey that are going to influence, the different things that you do. And I think it's just important to be open to that.
Yeah. I'm gonna give some key about like tactics and secret sauces.
Yeah,
I'm gonna respond to that real quick.
Programs. I know you brought up a few of them.
Yeah, I have like 3 different answers for you. I'll make them brief though. But to respond to that one really quickly, listening. There's listening to like feedback about your company, but the way you get ideas and how to operate your actual business, right? You better be listening to what people are saying about your competitors, or people are just saying in general about other businesses. Like it's social listening, right? Like even like social media. Social listening is this concept of reading comments and seeing what people are saying about different kinds of things that are going on. If you come on now. So if you're paying attention to what people are saying about other businesses, you should be asking yourself, do I want that being said about me?
Right.
Like, cause we came across some things and we're like, yo,
so how can I not do what is happening right
here? So
listen
not only to your personal event feedback, listen to feedback that's being given about other events that you are probably in a similar space as. Now, tactics. First things first. Let's talk about marketing. Woo! Our internal theme. I am screaming, but I get a little excited about this.
Yeah, come on.
Our internal theme at HuCapital. And we are actually trying to grow out of this stage. But we call it, when you are starting a company, sometimes you have to do the unscalable thing first. He mentioned the word automation. Automation is very crucial to the growth and scale of your business. But depending on what you're trying to achieve in the beginning, sometimes all those tools are not available, and there are some things that you just have to do manually. When people come to our events and they say, who the hell are all these people? From the very beginning of time, we started growing out our attendee base by DMing 1 million people, like strangers. Like you feel weird. Go ahead.
I'm talking. Instagram says you cannot send any more messages right now. Like LinkedIn, you are on timeout. Like that is what we mean by unscalable marketing. Because the thing is too, I think it's in a perfect world, yes, post a flyer, everybody wants to come. But when you're starting out, 1, nobody knows who you are. And 2, even though people see things, there's this thing where people want to feel personally invited. You will see me post a flyer. You might not buy a ticket, but because I DM'd you like, hey Dre, I want to personally invite you. Now you kind of feel like, damn, now you can actually hit me up personally. Mind you, it's copy paste, but I hit you up personally, and now I feel like I have to come. So I think doing that kind of puts something on people where they feel like they kind of like have to show up, and that is truly how we grew a lot of our events in the beginning.
Now I don't know who's gonna watch this intro. But I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. We just told y'all that we DM'd a bunch of people. We're talking about giving secret sauces. I'm gonna be explicit with y'all. Like, we're talking about if there's anybody in New York City doing a similar event as us out. Like I said, we think we do very unique things at our events, and we're told that we do. So we know we're different. But if anybody's similar, well, look to see who's following their page and DM them.
Listen,
like we have
everybody get it.
systems out here 100%.
Ego and how I look is out the window. I don't care if we've never even met in person.
I'm DMing you.
It's me.
It's
Kim Kardashian jumping out the bush.
Like literally, like everybody's getting a hit up. Because my thing is, if you are following another like networking event page, I have to assume at minimum, you're following it because you just like the concept of networking and you actually go to events. Yeah. I don't have to sit here and convince you why going to a networking event is important because you care about that. It's about coming to my event that I have to convince you. That's half the work that's already done versus going to random people and saying, so here's why network's important. Here's why you should go to networking events. Here's why you should come to mine. I don't have to do all of that. All I have to prove to you as someone who cares about networking is you're just going to come to mine. And then here's why. So 1, DM strangers. Try to find or make sense out of a population of people that seem like they already care about that subject. And then DM them by finding people's pages. DM people on LinkedIn who talk about events. Let them know that you're having events too. Like, that's how you hack the system. That's number 1. 2, back to automations. Let me tell you something. Your tech stack. Whether you are a tech company or not, you need to have a tech stack. A tech stack just basically means these are a set of technology or tech tools that you are using to keep your business operating. Let's say, for example, if you're thinking about operations, right? There is a tool that you need to communicate with your team through. There is a tool that you may need to balance out like your finances. Think like bookkeeping online. There's a tool that you may need to have your website on, to send out automated scheduling or post and responses and stuff like that. You need to section out, how does your business operate? I need to communicate, I need to build, I need to do marketing, and you need to make a list of all the pieces of technology that you need to use for each area of business, because if you don't keep track of that, it's gonna get very messy. If I'm a podcaster, I need a website. Should I be using Squarespace, Webflow, etc.? That's my website tech stack. If I have to like communicate with my community who follows like my podcast and they're like in an intimate space.
Drop some actual names though. Like
so,
what do you
okay, so if we're talking about, let's say like your bookkeeping, let's say Intuit QuickBooks. If you're talking about communicating either with your team or with your community in an intimate space, no.
I started using Notion. No,
for communicating with like internally with your team.
Well, you can put it in documents. Well, okay. That's a little different. I'm explaining how that's different. But you're right. Yes, you do. But that's different because task-based.
Oh, yeah. Well, when I'm telling people I'm telling them what to do.
Okay, so yes. Okay, so I'm going to explain.
So like project management.
Right.
That's different. Exactly.
Okay,
different.
Yeah, that's more of like a
regular comms. You are using Slack. You are using Discord. I really don't want to mention others because I just don't feel like anything's kind of like better than those two.
You can say like a group name, like
exactly right. Yeah, like I don't really want to say anything beyond those two because I just feel like it's not gonna give what it's supposed to. So for communication, for websites, Squarespace, Webflow, Wix.
Yeah.
I guess I'll stop at those two. If we're talking about marketing, there's a tool called ManyChat. If you ever love me some ManyChat.
Auto replies.
Listen,
and then if you set it up right, no matter what they say,
it will still go.
Them.
Yes, 100%. Because the more popular someone is, okay, I'm not that popular on the internet. I got like 8K followers. But like there are people who have 200K followers on the gram, and I know people judge them and say, "Oh, why they're not responding to me?" But let's be realistic. That's hard. Like it's genuinely hard.
I don't have that problem. A few followers that
there's that, right? Someone has 200K, 300 comments. They need help, and I hope people give them more grace for that. So tools like ManyChat exist so that you can do things like comment events, and it will send you the link. Because getting someone to just give you a link, that doesn't require a heartfelt response. Let me automate things like that. So you can use ManyChat. If you want to schedule posts, you can use Buffer. I'm going to stop at Buffer because I don't really trust the other ones like that. So, but I want to say names of things, but I like to say names of things that I'm okay with being held accountable for.
Right.
So, but I will be nice and say this Sprout Social. And if you want to look up more things, all the names that I'm saying, if you want to get an understanding of the most quality alternatives, quality is the word I'm using, just type in Google competitors to blank. Because if it brings up who the actual competitors are, those are probably the ones that are more similar and competitive because they have similar features, but maybe people are winning in some places or features than others. Right. So just do that so you can find more, but I just don't want y'all to kill me if you don't like a product. I'm gonna stop there because I just think that it can just go forever. If you guys give me project management, he mentioned about communicating through Notion. You absolutely can communicate through Notion as a project management tool, but you are communicating just in response to a task. Like you can assign a card that has a task and details laid out for you, and you are responding like, I got this done, etc., etc. Yes, you can definitely use Notion for that. But if you want like a really intimate hub where there's different channels of very different conversations taking place, Airtable's like a data. Because you know what it is? When you use project management tools to communicate, it's almost implying that for the growth of your business, you're only talking about just tasks.
Like tasking.
We have to dream. Right. Sometimes you can't dream always on call because people's meetings or the schedules are tight. You need a place to just communicate and have a conversation about just something happening in the business. So if you keep your comms in a project management tool, your comms will most likely be stifled because it's just task-based. That's very different.
Got you.
There is getting work done, and there is strategy. There is romanticizing their business. There is, it's thinking about the future of the business, thinking about how to create a better operative system. Like, you can use Notion today. Your team might say, I hate this shit. Right. And I want to go to ClickUp, another alternative for project management. You mentioned Airtable. People do project manage there. There's a tool called Asana that's also very popular. All things that I think are incredible. Exactly.
Trello, Monday.com.
Trello.
I use Trello and Slack.
And Trello I like because it's very simple. It doesn't have the full operation system that you need for everything, but it gets the job done.
Yeah,
come on.
And Trello can have a list of tasks to do. It can have a things of deliverables. It can have a thing. It can be ongoing things. It can have a thing of old things that you had. Like, I use it inside of my school, so it's like, I get it.
And to even add on to that, right? Like, you have release stacks, you have an event stack, right? So what ticketing platform are we using? Is it Eventbrite? Is it Luma? We've used so many different things in the past, but we've landed on Luma. Like, that's kind of
Luma is
I love the AI.
The UI. Yeah.
Right? Because Eventbrite, you kind of gotta. It doesn't give the same kind of allure.
Yeah,
right?
Eventbrite definitely wins in the sense of the functionality and everything that you can do on the back end.
Mm-hmm. And the name of it is kind of
and they also have better reporting. I can definitely say that, but I feel like Luma is one very easy to use. It's very intuitive. I love that. I feel like things almost automatically update when you change something. Like, you can even see it. Right. And again, it's sexy, right? Like, the UI is super fun. It's creative.
I feel like it's a blend between Partyful and Eventbrite.
Yes. I would agree with that. Yes. I feel like aesthetically, yes, and then functionally is a different ballgame. Also, for those who are into tech, UX is like the actual physical functional experience of a product. UI is the way that it looks and how pretty it is.
Yeah.
One of the more important things is we have a tool called QMatch, which is like your AI matchmaking tool. So what it does is it connects you through the information that you submitted on the order form directly to people that share similar interests as you that you need to meet in the room. So that is just one more way that we are intentionally using AI, right, to create those relationships and really build that network. So if that is something that you are interested in, run to don't even walk, run to HuCapital, that's HuCapital.co/events EVENTS and get your ticket today.
And the only thing I'll add is, if for whatever the reason is you cannot make it to that event, when you get to that page at the bottom under the events, you can join our listserv. That way you know when the next event is, and it'll also allow you to get access to our product launch on February 1st. Or don't quote me, let's say the first week of February.